So my name is Scottie Smith II, and I'm the managing broker of Scottie Smith & Associates Real Estate Advisors here in Dallas, Texas. Been in real estate for about 11 years, and one of the biggest things that drew me to the industry was the uninformed and miseducation of home buyers when they're experiencing buying a home. And so I decided to get licensed to change the status quo of realtors. And I've built my entire business on ensuring that people who come into the industry who are looking to buy or sell or invest or rent all things real estate had the necessary information, the necessary knowledge, and all the information they needed to really be successful during that transaction. And so ultimately, my goal is very simple, and it's to help people through educating them about buying a home, through being an innovative resource for them in selling their home. And so with Scottie Smith & Associates and all of our agents that we have here at our office, we're your number one resource. We are here to help you be successful in your real estate transaction goals. I started my business very young. I started in real estate at the age of 19. I bought my first house, and at roughly 19 and a half, almost 20 years old is when I got my license. And being one of the youngest real estate agents around, it was a little, discouraging, and people just really didn't take you seriously. But I overcame that because I helped people to understand and know that I was serious about what I was trying to accomplish for them. And so it's been a wild ride, right? I started Scottie Smith & Associates when I was 25 years old. And, most people don't really know what's going on in life at that age. And so for me, overcoming the hurdle of just being young and being in the industry and really trying to grow a solid real estate team to accomplish the goal of helping people, that was one of the things that we had to overcome very quickly. But we're blessed, and we were able to really shine through. And we've gotten recognized and awarded on a national level for the things that we did. The reality is you have to stick to your goal. You have to make sure you understand what your mission is, what your vision is, and stick to it and don't deviate from it. And so that was one of the things that was our guiding light. Ultimately, is to help people, and that was our goal, and it was very simple. And so because that was it, we've gotten to where we are today. In college, during about a 7 or 8 week time frame, I learned something called 12 P's, right? And some people may know it as 6 P's or 12 P's, but it goes: piss poor preparation promotes piss poor performance. Piss poor performance promotes pain. And so essentially what I got from that is that in everything that you do, you have to properly plan for the ultimate success that you want. And so I know that, with entrepreneurship, it's cool. At this point, it seems trendy. But listen, don't just jump unless you have a plan of action, right? Because ultimately, if you don't plan and things don't go as you expect, it could really promote a lot of pain for you. And so plan properly, do what it is, all the stuff up front, and say, just put it on paper. Even if it's a piece of a napkin, whatever it is, properly plan for your success as an entrepreneur and go for it. So, and that's really not to encourage analysis paralysis, but you need to have some kind of plan of action on paper. And so remember 12 P's. Piss poor preparation promotes piss poor performance. Piss poor performance promotes pain. Whatever that pain is for you, being broke, out on the streets, lights off, whatever, that's what it promotes if you don't plan properly. My late father, who actually passed away a few years ago, he told me one day, I was interning at a Big Four accounting firm, and he told me one day when I came into the house, I said, I don't think I want to do this. He said, son, listen, if you don't want to do this and it's because you don't want to work for somebody else, then you need to start preparing yourself right now for the long haul. And I remember, watching him as a child, really just kind of work and struggle. He was an entrepreneur in his own right, but he worked and he struggled to really make things good for our family. But I noticed that he didn't really have a plan of action. He just kind of went as the wind blew. But he instilled in me that you don't have to work for somebody else, and you don't have to do those things in order to be successful in life. You don't have to go with the traditional route. And so I thought about that after that year of interning, and I started working on my plan. And so ultimately my father's, that conversation that we had really motivated me and gave me the push that I needed to be successful. If you're a young entrepreneur, just an entrepreneur in general that is really wanting to make it in your business, recognize this: things don't happen overnight. It's a process, and you have to trust that process, right? Unless you just are blessed to hit the lottery, listen, it's gonna take some time. And so that overnight sensation or that overnight win probably takes about 10 years. So just keep going, just do it. Just do it, just do it, continue to do it until the job gets done. That's really simple. I know we live in an age of instant gratification, and we want things to happen immediately. And I like to thank all of our social media platforms for ensuring that we get things immediately, but that's not how the real world works. It won't be overnight. It'll take some time, but keep doing it. Remember to stick to your guns, stick to what your mission and your vision is, and all of the things you'll